Testing, testing. There we go. All right. Now we're back. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, we're a little bit late. Sorry about that. Just a little bit late. Sean Easton says Luffy losing Conqueror's Haki fits well with a rematch against Big Mom. I agree. As seen from Law's attacks, she takes damage internally equals advanced armament. Plus, Luffy regaining Conquerors after Big Mom's defeat, cathartic. I would agree. I think that these are all good ideas. I definitely think that Luffy losing Conquerors for a bit would be a great step for his character. Yvonne back from the card shop. Yeah, I agree. I like it. I agree, Sean Easton. We're talking about the dunk contests? Oh my god. The dunk contest was just like, what are we even doing? What are we doing? The problem with the dunk contest is everybody's already given their 2 cents on the dunk contest. It's just there were no good dunkers. If we just get some dunkers that people want to see, it changes everything. Like back in the day, it was like Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins and shit like that. Like that's stuff that people want to see. Milo says he was folding his dishes. No, my OBS was just my OBS. The thing that for those of you who don't know, it's how you do the streams. It wasn't working, so I had to restart my computer. And then we're good to go. Yeah, dunk contest was sad. Retro Goku V2 says return to Whole Cake Island is inevitable. I don't think it's going back to Whole Cake Island. Again, I mean, I'm sticking with my theory, which is just that they both go down this arc, but Luffy's going to get a swing at both of them. Oh, Fiji's here. Fiji, what's happened to you? Where'd you go? Gabe C says Mord's Randy Troy Taekwon stream when? That will never happen. I will never be in another stream with Taekwon. I'm sworn off of it. I'm never doing another stream with Ty. If Ty shows up to a stream that I'm in, I will leave. That's where we're at. I'm once again asking you for your chat box to be bigger. What are you talking about? You see how big this is? Look how much space it's taking up. It's taking up, I don't know, we could do this. But then it's cutting, well, I guess this is fine. Yeah, I guess that works. No, but then it's outside of this box. You see this box? It's outside of this box. I want it to be in the box. Maybe this? I guess it's fine to break the rules a little bit. All right, we can get kind of crazy. All right, we'll let it go outside the box. How about that? You guys like that? All right, what did I miss? Dristian Dahan Twari says, being your fan for a long time and love your content. Keep up the good work. You too, Dristian. You too, man. Increased chat size by 20%, says Aether. I increased it by like double. I feel like I doubled it. Fiji says, haha, life came at me quick, but I'm looking forward to... Life came at me quick? Is this a nationwide... What? We're not in a nationwide commercial, but I'm looking forward to hopefully getting back to making content soon. Yeah, man. Definitely get back to it when you can. There's been a Fiji-shaped hole in the One Piece community. Japanese Jim says, any idea when the next Reverie stream might be? There's a plan, I think, for soon-ish. Like, that's all I can say. I guess soon-ish. The tricky thing with the Reverie is just picking a good point to do it. Right? So, like, trying to estimate a good stopping point, and then there's this whole thing with trying to guess when's a break week going to be. There's a good site called ClayStage that estimates where all of the break weeks are going to be, and it's pretty accurate, but, you know, even that's not 100%. But, yeah, trying to guess, I think probably soon. We're probably in a good spot. It's already being talked about. It's just, like, the specific day hasn't been landed on. And, like, corralling everybody to pick a date is a pain. Speaking from the experience of having done the Reverie. Anuj Agrawal says, Chinho Wong, how are you a mod in every One Piece YouTuber's chat? Yeah, that's the thing. I see Chinho Wong. You're a mod in Randy's chat. I know you're a mod on Joy Girl's chat. What do you... This doesn't sit right with me. No one man or woman should have that much power. Don't know what Shinho Wong identifies as. But Shinho Wong, I just know that you should not have that much power. I have half a mind to unmod you here just to restore balance in the One Piece community. Because if you mod all of our channels, then what are you gonna do? You know, you could just well, I guess there's only so much you could do, but you could cause some trouble. You could cause some trouble. Shinho Wong says, I'm not a mod in Joy Girls chat. I swear I saw you in, maybe you weren't a mod in that chat, but I swear I saw you there. All right, so I guess we're fine then. As long as you're not modded in Joy Girls chat. There's one last bastion. Oh, wait, I forgot. We're supposed to do a tier list, right? What is our view count at? Depending on our view count, I might start. 279? No, 432. That's, no, we need more people than that. All right, like the stream. Like the stream. We'll get to a good amount of people, and then we'll do the what do we call it? The tier list. Like the stream, we'll do the tier list. Let's get to something realistic. 2,000 likes. If we get there, we'll do the tier list. Thorn DeVillain says, would Boa Hancock beat Naruto? Oh my god, what a disgusting question. Why so specific too? One, yes, Boa Hancock would easily beat Naruto. Her ability, like, Naruto would be one-shotted by her. Boa Hancock's ability will guaranteed work on Naruto. And that's no knock on how strong Naruto is. It's just, that's what her, like, it's the same way as, you know, end of story Sanji, no matter how strong he is, he's always going to lose to Boa Hancock, right? We know that shit's going to work on Naruto. Boa Hancock is a guaranteed win on Naruto, pretty much, you know? Again, no knock on Naruto himself. Like, there's just certain characters it's guaranteed win on. DKN says, do you still think the raid will fail after Big Mom fell? I view it like greater, like a piece of evidence almost, that the way that Big Mom was defeated indicates the raid will fail. Because the way Big Mom was defeated was pretty much, like, let's think about it, right? What is the purpose of defeating her that way? What's the purpose of just, like if Oda really wanted to have Kid in Law dethrone her, then why would he write it like that, which is the most temporary non-victory victory that you could, like, it's literally just like, let's drop her down a hole, right? So what happens from Big Mom with after this, right? She's not just gonna leave Wano, she still wants to kill Luffy, right? So her motivation's the same, right? And she's not actually defeated. So the only final route left is basically Big Mom comes back with a vengeance. So to me, like, this seemed like a very, very deliberate false sense of victory sort of scenario. You get them, like, pulling off a win, but it's also, like, more of a battlefield removal type of win, and it doesn't really do anything permanent to her. So to me, it's just, it feeds into the, like, the Beast Pirate, in general, the Zoans, right, of the Beast Pirate crew, they're already taken care of because Awakening, right? So Zoan Awakening is set up as a way that Beast Pirates can, you know, get back on their feet. That was planted in the story very, very early on. With Big Mom, she doesn't have that, but Oda also didn't have her knocked out like he did with the Beast Pirates. He just had her drop down a hole. So to me, the way that Big Mom was defeated, it makes the most sense that this is pointing towards a comeback. Oh, Roger's Base is enjoying the next Reverie? I don't remember seeing that. I didn't know Roger's Base is enjoying the next Reverie. Maybe it was in the group chat and I didn't see it. Covered this. Ethams. I remember your name. Hi, Mr. Mork. Is this a joke? Ethams. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, last stream Ethams came in. He came in. I think he super chatted for the first time. And I got his name right, almost. It took me 2 tries, right? But it's Ethams, all right? And he was very happy about that, and he mentioned that, hey, you're like the second person to get my name right. He proceeds to come back by saying, hi, Mr. Mork. Who's Mr. Mork? Huh? I see respect is a one-way street with you, Ethams, huh? Huh? Your name is precious, I have to say it right, but you come in, you just call me whatever you want. Mork? Hi, Mr. Mork. It is I. Here is 5 United States dollars. I hope you never have to know how a meatball feels. Eat hams out. Adding to watch later. Thanks, Ethams. Roger made a casual comment if it happens soon. Ah, that's interesting. I'm surprised because Roger's normally I mean, the first official Reverie was on his channel. Dristan Dan Nantwari says, when do you think the Grim Reaper will be solved? I don't know if it's a thing that will be solved. I don't know if it's a thing that will be solved. like, it might really have just been Zoro seeing a vision of the Grim Reaper, or just like, you know, a way that Oda's illustrating that, you know, Zoro is having some sort of you know, death's door sort of scenario, right? I mean, last we saw of him in chapter 1040 when he's kind of sliding, falling off, he looked pretty, a pretty rough state, right? He literally looked like just a carcass rolling off Onigashima. Chinho Wong says, Rogers-based Reverie founder. It's tricky because, yes, Rogers-based had the first Reverie on his channel, first official Reverie, so he's the founder. Brago had the first unofficial Reverie ever. So Brago is the first person to have like a bunch of the big One Piece YouTubers all simultaneously on a stream in his channel. And then they all really liked doing that. So then that evolved into Rogers Base doing the first official like Reverie thing. But there is an unofficial, like the I guess the idea or like the prototype was on Brago's channel. So he kind of split the credit a little bit that way. Also, Brago was very small back then. That was before he had BDA Law as a channel. So, I guess it didn't. It kind of flew under the radar. Who's Mr. Mork? What is this? Sheesh says mod tier list after crew 1 today. Fewer views at the moment. I don't know how much people are on board with the idea of the crew tier list. Let's take a look. We could do a mod tier list. 552. All right. If we get to, let's say, what do we want to say? Let's say, okay, I'll start the stream short. I mean, I'll start the tier list shortly, just because I think people want the tier list. But let's say if I'm trying to think of some condition. Otherwise, I'm down to just do a mods tier list. If we do a mods tier list, we could fly through the cruise tier list and then do the mods tier list. I just don't want to have to eat dinner really late. Luis Vasquez says, great stream with Randy Morge. Yeah, I actually really had fun that stream. I say actually just because I feel like, and I told Randy this afterwards, but like, for me, I'm less interested in doing One Piece collabs nowadays just because you kind of run through the same topics with people a little bit after a certain point. So it's not like I dislike doing collabs with anybody. I'm just that like, with all of the other things that like, I guess I'm busy with, taking time to do a One Piece collab with someone is not high on my list of things that I want to do. Not because I dislike the people, but like I can enjoy doing like a fun stream with JD Legend and like just enjoy hanging out with JD. But it's not usually just because like I really, really want to talk One Piece at that point. You know what I mean? But talking with Randy was fun just because we did get to talk about some more in-depth One Piece stuff that was refreshing. Sajad Koja says, what will you do when the raid does not fail? Will you be disappointed or like nothing? Will you make a video about you being disappointed? I want to keep it completely separate from like the me being disappointed over that. It's more like, how does the story actually turn out, right? If we get certain things out of the story that I'm hoping for, even without the raid failing, then, you know, I'd be happy with that. But no matter what, I'll share my thoughts post Wano on how I thought everything played out and what I thought of the arc. Babtron says, bringing my microscope to see this list. Hashtag Bab thoughts. Look, the tier list will be big. It'll be bold. You'll be able to see it pretty clearly. I promise. Eatham says, you know what? Language is fake anyway. Eathams, you said that you're going to go watch the VOD. What is this? You're back in the chat? Language is fake anyway. What is a word? Question mark. A miserable little pile of letters. Eathams pronounced however you neurons see fit. Mork out. God damn. We're not going to talk about that guy. Sean Easton says, a tip. If OBS is being a bitch, you can stream directly to YouTube from Zoom. Good for group convos like the Reverie. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. All right. Sean Easton maintains his mod status for another day. All right. Let's pull up this cruise tier list. Wait. Hold on. This is how we do it, right? So we're going to make this like this. And then we're going to put this over here. And then it works. These are the things that a pro streamer such as myself would think of that you guys would never realize. Why does it look like this? Why is the search bar over here? What is it? What did I do? Why is it like this? Shouldn't it? Why can't I go any further left? Why can't I see what I'm typing? What is this? Okay. Cruise. All right, let's try this. Now we get it back to this. All right. Minor misstep, but now we're back to flawless stream. One Piece strongest powerhouse crews. Do we want to do strongest crews? Because that's kind of boring. Strongest crews are boring. Pro streamer, noob streamer. Yeah. I know this noob streamer thing is sarcastic, and the pro streamer one is genuine. Strongest. How do we do tier list? How do we do tier list? Do we want to do strongest? Why am I yelling? Do you want to do strongest or coolest? Coolest or want to join? Strongest, coolest, want to join. Now, wait, I should have explained the rules before giving it up to vote. All right? So strongest is obvious. Strongest crews overall, right? You take them top. Don't vote. Do not vote. All right? Wait for the explanation. I'm ending the poll, actually, because you guys won't listen to me. All right, here are the poll options. Strongest, straightforward, right? Whoever the strongest crew is. Pirate here says, Kaido saying no one cared after Luffy's last loss is mainly what makes me think the raid will fail, but if that happens, how will Oda make the next Beast Pirate defeats more climactic / definitive? First of all, so if you go back and read that chapter, I think 1013, I don't know, like, Oda literally has the villain say that this is a meaningless defeat. That is very literally the translation of what Kaido is saying. He's saying that this is a meaningless defeat. It will not affect morale. There's no point to this. I didn't do it right. Meaningless defeat. It was a literally off-screen defeat. I don't know what else to say. Like, I don't know how much more meaningless Oda could have made that defeat. It was an off-screen defeat that Kaido says is a meaningless defeat that literally everybody doesn't give a shit about, like, one chapter later. And then Luffy's fine immediately afterwards. I don't know how to, like, you look at that versus Luffy's other defeats throughout the series, and the purpose of a defeat in the story is to shift things dramatically, right? Make things more serious, feel more hopeless, things like that, right? The way Oda wrote that defeat seemed very, very deliberately like he's just checking off a box, give Luffy a second loss to Kaido. That's pretty much it, right? But Oda literally writes, it's a meaningless defeat. It's a pointless defeat. That's actually what the text says. Like, you can go back and read. I just don't. For people saying, like, Luffy losing was really dramatic, it's like, Oda literally wrote in that this is not a big deal. So, I don't know what else to say other than that, like, that's not the big defeat that things are heading towards for Luffy. He needs something heavier than that, right? Because it's literally written into the story that is the case. Now, second thing, which is how do you make the Beast Pirates defeats more climactic / definitive, is pretty simple, which is that the Beast Pirates defeats so far were not climactic and definitive, so literally anything would be better, right? Page 1, ulti, those weren't fights, right? Frankie versus Sasaki, that was literally like 10 pages of just stuff flying back and forth, done. That's not I don't think anyone thinks Frankie versus Sasaki was a particularly good fight. Jinbei versus Who's Who is the definition of anticlimactic, as you can go back and the vast consensus was that, oh, obviously the fight isn't over, it's going to continue in the next chapter, and then it didn't, which means that it's by definition of the word anticlimactic. Same thing with Sanji. There are Twitter polls that you can go back and look at, and Twitter polls that I actually conducted. Is this fight over? Most people voted no. Then it was over the very next chapter, right? So that means it was anticlimactic. So all of the Beast Pirates fights, like, this isn't really me, like, I'm not having to spin anything here. You can kind of just go back and look at the opinions after each fight, and each fight, the opinion was, oh, it's not over, it can't be over that easily, and then it turned out to be over, which means that the fights were written anticlimactically, which means any fight would pretty much top that, right? So it's not so much how will Oda make the next Beast Pirate fights more climactic, it's like he just has to make them climactic, as opposed to the current fights. Babtron says, please rank Straw Hats from smelliest to least smelly. That's kind of fun. I think Zoro and Luffy don't shower or something, right? And Zoro also works out all the time. So, like, Zoro number 1, Luffy number 2. Then Chopper's like an animal, literally. So we can put him there. Jinbei's a fish, a dirty fish. Sorry, Jinbei is a dirty fish. So we're going to put him number 1, smelliest. So Jinbei's a dirty fish, number 1. Chopper is an animal, so number 2. Then Zoro and Luffy, number 3 and 4, right? Wait, Brook is a corpse. All right, reformatting. We've got way too many weirdos. Brook is a literal corpse. He is number 1. Jinbei is a dirty, rotten fish who's been out on land for too long. Think about what that smells like. He's number 2. All right. Chopper is an animal, number 3. Although reindeer, I don't know. Chopper's an animal, number 3. All right. Zoro number 4, Luffy number 5. Right. Who else is there? I guess Usopp. Sanji likes to be more suave type, so maybe he takes more care of himself. He was always wearing the suit. So let's say Usopp is like 6, Sanji probably like 7. Wait, I forgot about Frankie. My bad. Frankie will. It doesn't really matter, all right? Well, Frankie's always working with tools and stuff. Let's put him up there with Luffy and Zoro, okay? So Frankie's like 6, 4th through 6 or something. Chopper, no, we covered him. Then probably Usopp. Then probably Sanji. Then Nami or Robin, interchangeable. I'm gonna say probably interchangeable, right? Let's say Robin 8, Nami 9. Maybe my bias, but XCEIE says, quick, thoughts on Devil Fruit Straw Hat post-Wano bounties matching their fruit numbers. So Chopper 1 and 0 being 110 million berries, or Brook 4 and 3 being 430 million berries, for example. That's cool. I mean, I do like the idea that Luffy at one point will have a 5.6 billion berry bounty. But every crewmate's bounty matching their berry thing will be like a little too... like Oda likes to mix that stuff in, but that would be like kind of too blatant. Also, what would that make Robin's, right? Because isn't she 8? Hana, I don't know what Na is. That's pretty nuts. Like 800 something million for Robin? That's kind of crazy. Oh, I forgot. We're voting on this. All right. Sanji smells from smoking. I forgot about that. Yeah, Sanji smells like smoking. Balsam first says, do you smoke weed? And he donated 420. That's funny. Yes, but not as much as I used to. When I was in college, I would smoke like literally almost every day. But now I'm much more tame. I personally find that nothing against people who smoke every day, because I was once one of you. But I do find it makes it very easy to be lazy, basically. So now just for fun or socially. Like just for fun once in a while or socially, basically. Then cruise. All right, let's talk about cruise. Okay. The parameters are strongest, which speaks for itself, right? And strongest, it's cool. You can still interpret that multiple ways, because like, Beast Pirates versus Big Mom Pirates, I think you got a good argument for either, right? I know a lot of people feel like Big Mom Pirates had some better heavy hitters. Kaido Pirates have Kaido himself. In theory, Kaido Pirates rank and file is stronger because they have gifters, which are supposed to be no joke, even though they feel like it. Stuff like that, right? So cruise, there's a lot of ways. Strength, you can go a lot of ways with it. Coolest is like, here's the difference between coolest and want to join, right? You can think the Blackbeard Pirates are really cool, like as a concept, and you like their style and you like what they're about, and you can definitely not want to be a part of that crew that goes around murdering people and trying to steal their stuff, right? Steal their devil fruits. And then want to join is self-explanatory. You have to join a crew. What is it going to be, right? So, you guys understand that? Collage, a cool place to place all your blames. Let's see. I like coolest, yeah. All right, let's just do this. I think everybody gets it. How do tier list? What were the options? Strongest, coolest. All right. Chino Wong says Aokiji coolest. That's probably correct. Oh, people like coolest. Stan says pirates steal stuff, damn. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you want to steal stuff. That's like saying like like you don't that you can think that I don't know. If your dream is to join the Blackbeard pirates so that you can murder people and steal the fruits that come out of their body, that's and justifying that with like, well, pirates steal stuff. Hello, Mr. Morger. How are you liking Aya Simone? I don't know what that means. Kenzie says wants to join. You guys want to be pirates. Yeah, like you don't want to join like a real world like Somali pirate group. That's not that's not cool. Gary Mangat says, "Are you from England?" I do not have a British accent. So I'm not sure why you would think that, but no, I'm not. I went to England once when I was a kid. So I went to England once when I was a kid. It was like a like not like a vacation to England, but like probably we were flying to India and we had a layover there that we spent a few days there because we do have some relatives there, right? So I was in London for a few days, and I was a kid, so all I wanted was some fish and chips because I'd heard about it. So the entire time, I obsessively asked for like, "Hey, can we get fish and chips?" Right? And we tried. We looked. For some reason, could not find fish and chips in all of London. I don't know what happened, but I think it might be a myth. I don't think that Britishers actually have fish and chips there because we did not find a single restaurant while we were walking that had it. What happened to my poll results? I hit end poll. Okay, there we go. Coolest wins. So we'll be doing a coolest cruise tier list. Hey, what's the thumbnail right now? Is the thumbnail correct? Gentle Savage says, Yo, Morge, do you think that static electricity could be part of Gear 5th? Also, have you heard of Newman? I don't know what Newman means. You mean like Newman from Seinfeld? Static electricity being part of Gear 5th? I don't know about Luffy using electricity. I like the idea that static electricity, I like that being part of the Minx's power set and such, but I don't know about how would Luffy even generate static electricity? Scientists, we have scientists in chat, people who understand how rubber could produce static electricity. Pierre Sullivan says, when you get to the tier list, Frankie family S tier because of its leader. Frankie, he's my favorite Straw Hat. All right, everybody remember what Pierre Sullivan wanted. When we get to Frankie family, it'll be S tier. Drusser says, Morge, Aya Simone is a recent Shonen Jump manga that's probably going to get axed soon. I have not tried it, and you just told me it's going to get axed soon, so I'm probably never going to try it. But I'm hearing that it's great. So that's interesting. Oh, we have a... Drusser says it's... I'm getting all my information from Drusser, who also says it's mid. So I feel like you might be biased. It's better than your usual... It's better than your usual axe bait, but still mediocre. Got you. Sensei says, out of all the devil fruit wielders, who are you willing to kill to get a devil fruit if you have to choose? So I have to pick a bad guy, right? Because I can't just be like, you know, like Chopper, or otherwise people will be like, whoa, well, actually, why would I even want Chopper's fruit? I can't be like Ace or something, you know, like somebody that people like or Sabo. So otherwise, so who am I most willing to kill, right? I don't care for Blackbeard's fruits because they're just like raw power, right? Like, I want something that has utility in the real world. Maybe NL. You know, NL is a good pick. All right, so NL is a good pick. One Piece Pirate Cruise. Let's just figure out which one of these is going to be the best for this. Yeah, I think NL is a good pick. Let me check on the thumbnail too, because nobody answered that. Baptron says, do you guys think Frankie poops? Frankie probably poops a lot. NL Robin. I wouldn't kill Robin for her fruit. That's insane. Why? What is... The thumbnail's wrong. The thumbnail is wrong. Why is the thumbnail wrong? Oh my god. Ugh. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta fix some things. Let me go fix some things. Why is the thumbnail wrong? That's why. I thought everyone would be super excited to see this tier list. I hope I can fix it. JC Got My Ton says, good morning, Mr. Morge from the Philippines. I know in the Philippines culture it's normal to say good day, so good day. Yeah, thumbnail is 1040 discussion stream recycle. I don't know why that is, though. I swear I did the right thumbnail. I guess it doesn't matter what I swear by, because it is what it is, right? It's not that thumbnail. Was evil here? I don't see evil. God damn it. God damn it. Law stomps Luffy. Yeah, with NL Street, you would likely keep breaking your phone. I'm bad enough with technology as it is. It literally says I've got the right thumbnail. Like I'm not lying. You guys can see real quick. Let me turn this on. You can see, it says I've got the right thumbnail right here. This is the cruise tier list thumbnail that you guys are supposed to be seeing. All right, let me try doing this one more time. Okay. All right. That should do it. We should be good. Yeah, I hope that worked. Don't want people thinking it's a 1040 stream. We already covered that one. All right, did chat stop loading? What happened here? Evil, what's up? I heard that Joy Boy Pirates had Zunisha as a nakama for backup food. Thoughts? So he was their chopper? He was their emergency food supply? The thumbnail's good? Alright, good stuff. Alright, let's see. Which one of these will be the best one for us to pick from? See, this is all flags. I don't think flags makes it visually interesting. I think it's better if we go by... Oh, shit. What is this? This doesn't even make sense. This isn't a tier list. You would just drag names to fit into... Sheesh says, change the title to mods tier list for more views. I will change that the moment I want literally 80% of people to leave this stream. We'll do a mods tier list, I swear, at some point. Not today. 1040 all over again? Is it 1040 again? Come on, it's not 1040. Wait, we can't see? What do you mean you can't see? You can see. I have display capture on. You can see. You guys can see fine. Oh, wait, you know what? You know what? Let me make that big, and I'll make myself small. That's what you guys need. That's why you can't see. See, these are the things that I, as a streamer, think of that you guys would never think of. Never in a million years. Look at this. This is called midstream adjustments. Man. Oh, no, it's... Fuck. Why is the... Fuck. Wait. I can move this up. There we go. Yeah. All right, look at that. This seems confusing, though. You guys won't mind. I think you like it that way. All right. So, this is good. No. We don't like... This is confusing and weird. This one makes no sense. All right, One Piece Cruise tier list maker. I like this. Yeah, we can go by captains. All right, we can go by captains. Captains makes it easy. Let me just compare to this. Nope, this is flags again. Flags are lame. Flags. All right, we're gonna go with captains. We're gonna go with captains. All right. An outstanding Mork move. Thanks. Dom says, weekly reminder for Mork to watch Film Z. Eatums, look at what you've done to me. What the fuck? If you're listening to this in the VOD, fuck you. You've ruined streams potentially forever. Now I have to listen to myself be called Mork. For God knows how long. Yeah, I gotta watch Film Z. I forgot. The idea is that Film Z is the day that we also do the mod tier list. And that will be the greatest day because it will be the day that I deliver on all promises. And my reputation as a liar comes to the end. To an end. To the end? The end. All right. Let's get into this tier list. It's been long enough. I guess I can close these. Wait, does this have like Luffy? Yeah, it's got Luffy. Does it have like Kid? Does it have the people that we need? No, who made this? This tier list is a joke. It's got Law. Did Kid not make the cut? Vanderdecken made the cut, but Kid did not make the cut? It's not like they forgot about the Supernovas. They've got X Drake. They've got Bartolomeo made the cut, but Kid didn't make the cut. Holy shit. Fake Straw Hat Luffy made the cut, but Kid did not make the cut. All right, you know what? We're gonna... I guess Kid didn't make the cut. Fuck it. That's fine. No, I did the Bollywood dance. I did that one. Kid next to Fisher? Oh, Kid's here? Okay. Kid made the cut. All right. We're all good. Let's get into it. Coolest crews. Arlong Pirates. I think that's an easy C. Oppressing a village. Not cool. What do you mean, kids? I get it. I found it. In fact, I found it myself. I didn't need your help. That was a coincidence when I read the comment that pointed out where it was. Yeah, Arlong Pirates. I don't think Arlong Pirates are that cool. You know what? Even if we want to exclude evil acts, because if we count evil acts, that's not really fair, right? Like, then the Beast Pirates get fucked. Big Mom Pirates get fucked, and I think the Big Mom Pirates are kind of a cool crew. So let's discount the evil acts. I just think that the Fishman Pirate, I just don't think they're that interesting, right? Kind of generic across the board. Just fish. B, C. Kid is above. I already found Kid. All right. We can do a vote on Arlong Pirates. I think that'll set the tone of where things should fall. Dred Scott says static electricity can form on non-conductors like rubber, especially if it rubs against another surface, and will discharge when it touches something else. Can form on non-conductors like rubber. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I just don't know if I like the idea, though, of, like, Luffy shooting, like, lightning and stuff out of him. He's already, like, we're at a point where, to me, certain things like, okay, what if Luffy had electricity? Like, are you seeing what Luffy's doing with Conqueror's Haki at the moment? It's pretty nuts. It's pretty insane. I don't know if Luffy needs electricity. Yeah, I think Arlong Pirates are a solid C. I'm not going to do a vote for that. Some of these guys I don't feel like ranking. Like, okay, Bartolomeo Pirates, how about that? Let's do a poll for that. Bartolomeo. And I don't know that... Wait, why am I typing it into this chat? It should be a poll. S-A-B. Shoot. Fuck. What's the right range we think they land in? I'm going to take S out of the equation. I don't think that they're S. So let's see. Chenho Wong says, where's Manu, a.k.a. Ohara Morge? You know, some people have started calling him Manu. But I'll always know him as Ohara. It's a C. Okay. Yeah, it seems like a solid C. All right, fair enough. I'd hate to see what you guys do to the hot... Some of these crews are boring, though. I don't feel like ranking some of these. Like, let's get to the fun crews. Gentle Savage says, Gear 5th being New Man is the theory that Gear 5th will be inspired by the new yokai, which is a hybrid between a monkey, tiger, and snake. News can make clouds and generate electricity. Interesting, except I already had a theory on Gear 5th a little while ago. Not a little while ago, like 2 years ago. Go check my Gear 5th theory. I think it's like one of my most viewed videos, maybe like top 5 most viewed videos for me. My Gear 5th theory is that it combines all of Luffy's Gear 4th forms. So I'm going to take a credit for this theory, even though I wasn't calling it New Man. But yeah, this is not new to me, except for the clouds and electricity part, but that's interesting. Hawkins' crew. Let's just put that straight in D, because we are not a fan of Hawkins here, I assume. I personally like Hawkins, right? But I feel like I'm speaking for the masses. And even if Hawkins' crew is kind of... Like, his crew's design looks cool as far as it goes, right? but when you don't do that much, what do you guys want? You want Hawkins and D? Where do you guys want Hawkins' crew? Barto Club, B. No, we already voted on Barto Club. That's the point of voting. We don't have to go back and revise things. Yeah, I told a dad joke. Let's move along. Hawkins is A? I can do it. Okay, I'll do Hawkins' crew. But I've assumed you guys would hate Hawkins. I thought Hawkins is one of those disliked, disrespected characters in One Piece. Zach Webb points out that Hawkins kills his crew members, which is true. Hawkins' crew is probably the worst crew you would ever want to join in basically all of One Piece. D, overwhelmingly. Makes sense. Bellamy Pirates. Bellamy doesn't really have a crew anymore. And I don't think they're particularly cool when they're around. I'm just going to put that there. All right, let's see how you guys feel about the Kuja Pirates. It's so much better that YouTube just has this as an option here to do polls. Because before I had to do straw polls, that was such a pain. Nope, wait, it's the Kuja Pirates. Thanks, Jacob. Rashawn Young says, Hawkins is C at least. He has a Faustian cat mink. I will say this. I really like that that giant elk type thing that Hawkins is riding around on for a while. But I don't know if animals alone are enough to get him there. Yep, guys, listen to Anuj Agrawal starting the timeout for spamming. Please don't make everyone's experience worse. Yes. Well said. If I were to do the mod tier list right now, Anuj would be right at that tippy top S tier. But it's the cruise tier list. So unfortunately not. Oh, shit. This is a tight one. I guess I go with B? Right? I guess I have to go with B? But it seems so... No, I guess I have to go with B. This is... Alright, we're going to end it in 5 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2... Yeah, we're going with B. Alright. Kuja Pirates, solid B. I wonder who makes it in the S and A tiers. Tofi2000 says, do you think One Piece will have a really big... Do you think One Piece will have a really big plot twist which will turn the story upside down? No. I think everything will go smoothly and according to plan in the future. Alright. The Buggy Pirates. This is a fun one. Shoot, it's the Buggy Pirate... I forget what it is. I'll give my opinion on the Kuja. Jimmy Casket says theories on Luffy's awakening. I mean, I personally, nothing crazy. I think like something like Bounce World or something. Sure, that might fit. Just, I think that the Luffy's awakening will be similar to Katakuri's and Doflamingo's. Turn his surroundings into rubber, allow him to spring, bounce off a lot of things. As it is, Gear 4th is already based off of Bellamy's abilities. So I think expanding on that and, going all in on... mimicking that, right, with his awakening also creating sort of bouncing environment. SABC. Okay, so S wins. Ooh, no. Dropped off of S. Yeah, so 6. I'm going to put it in A. Because majority people think it should be lower than S, right? So you guys understand how I do the voting here, right? Anytime that there's I try to weight it a little bit, right? So most people think it should be less than S, so I'm going to put it in A. That balances it out. All right, there we go. Fair. Very fair. My opinions real quick. Let's get those out. My opinions real quick. I think it's very hard to tell because I would have to... I feel like I'm forgetting a lot of crews, so it's hard for me to scale exactly where I would put certain crews. Capone Bege going straight into S. Easily. Capone Bege's crew is the coolest crew of all of the Supernovas, except for the Straw Hats, obviously. But Capone Bege has by far the coolest crew setup. The pirate here says, what is the percent cutoff for S? Is it a hard 50%? Yes, I think that sounds right. Now that you say it, that sounds right. Power Ranger says, can a devil fruit... Otherwise, we have too many people ending up in S. You guys will just vote anything in S. These are the type of crews that belong in S. And I'm not joking. Capone Bege's crew is dope. Power Ranger says, can a devil fruit sword turn into a black blade? Yeah, I don't see why not. S for Mafia. Yeah, there's no other crew in One Piece that's like Capone Bege's crew. Capone Bege's crew is an S for, like... Come on. Capone Bege's crew is an S for just by virtue of like that single panel of like the mafia setup with like Luffy and his crew, you know, all decked out in their mafia clothes, and you know that shot like over there from behind them, right? And it's like the full table, and like you've got Capone Bege's whole crew, you got Caesar, you got like the whole mafia setup. It's too cool. Capone's crew is cool, but it's like B. No, this is a coolest tier list. Therefore, it's like an S. It's not about strength. I'm not backing down on Capone Bege. He is easy S. Easy S. In fact, he might have the coolest crew in One Piece. I said it. Thomas Gaz says, if I made a tier list template for Straw Hat fights, not including Luffy, would you use it in a future stream? Thomas Gaz, I would love that. That would be great. If you could make that and send me the link on Twitter or something like that, I would really appreciate it. That would be amazing. I would probably make that the next tier list. I'd make that the next tier list if you did it. Also, Usopp will get Mjolnir. I think that's a good theory too. I like that. Juan Perez says you guys will put anything in S, puts Fire Tank Pirates in S. Yeah, but they deserve it. That's the difference. They deserve it. Batu Balu says, what do you think about the fact that Queen, King, and Big Mom are all very conveniently been moved on Wano Land by Oda? Onigashima falling down, almost confirmed. Much love from France. Yes. Come on, guys. Like, it's... Where does Onigashima go, if not down? It fits too perfectly. Because most likely, if the moment Kaido defeats Luffy, would most likely coincide with Kaido bringing all of Onigashima down. Because it's just, you know, symbolism and everything like that, greater impact. We've already seen hints of like the skull, like the roof cracking a little bit, right? So most likely we're setting up for at some point Kaido hitting Luffy so hard that we come down through Onigashima. Onigashima coming down, no matter what, Onigashima coming down is a moment of defeat. If Kaido has a victory cry after that or whatever, that potentially even awakens some of the zones. I think that like King, Queen, Big Mom, the way that they were all defeated. I mean, they were defeated, but the way that they've been taken out, like no awakenings on anybody's side. Big Mom very literally like not taken out by like actual force, but rather just dropped down a hole. Jimmy Casket says, do you think current Luffy could defeat one of the Admirals or he needs to get stronger? I think that it's very possible. It's one of those things where we literally don't know. We literally don't know because we don't know how to, like at this point, you would have to just, it's your best guess at how the Admirals stack up, right? Joanna, thanks, I appreciate it. It's just your guess at how the Admirals stack up because you'll get the whole range of things of like some people saying Admirals are all equal to Yonko and it's just based on matchups. And then you get some people saying Admirals are slightly weaker than Yonko. And then you get some people saying like Admirals are significantly weaker than Yonko, right? I think if you have it at Admirals are significantly weaker or slightly weaker, then you have an argument for Luffy beating them. The problem with clicking, sorry, I'm reading this comment, which is you can click the donation on the top and you see it. I know, but like this usually goes away shortly. So you see like the meter that's running. So I don't like relying on that much. Where are we at? Oh, Caribou Pirates, easy D. Big Mom Pirates, I think this one's controversial. Because some people might be like, Big Mom Pirates, goofy. They have like Smoothie and stuff who doesn't do anything. But I think that the Big Mom Pirates are kind of cool. I think they're actually really cool. Big Mom Pirates are, for me, an S. Actually, yeah, I think Big Mom pirates are one of the. I think they have an argument as a. It's just Big Mom herself that's maybe a little disappointing to some. You know, at least among the Yonko, she's not exactly the most. The, I'll save my words here. Miss Super Chat, thanks, Phantom Greyfire from Power Rangers. Can a Devil Fruit sword turn into a Blackblade? I thought I addressed this, but I think I said no. No, I think I said yes, right? I'm pretty sure I said that. Yeah. I think Big Mom parts are an easy yes. I think the crew as a whole is a really, 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 really. I think like Oda was really flexing his creativity with that crew. I think that they're probably the coolest crew in One Piece, to be honest. Not counting, like, how do you count the Straw Hats? The Straw Hats are difficult. Chinja's crew, easy. No. Chinja's crew is the Hoppo Navy. I don't think the Hoppo Navy is particularly cool though. Like, I like Sai. Uh, it's just it's Chinja. I don't think his crew's cool. I refuse to put it in C because I like the Bartolomeo Pirates. I think they're kind of cool. Crocodile. Crocodile doesn't have a crew, but he has Baroque Works. I guess we count Baroque Works, right? All right, so we'll count Baroque Works. But it's not a crew. I guess. How Beige Pirates are next to a Yonko crew, lol. No, it's the coolest tier list. It's how cool are these characters, right? Capone Bege, just by virtue of having the coolest crime family in One Piece, he's easy S. Grizzly Adams says the CP0 agents should have a blood devil fruit, a bone devil fruit, and a muscle devil fruit. They would increase close combat ability without being redundant or underwhelming to all the other zones in this arc. That's interesting, and that is a good point that, CP9 those were kind of our first look at a crew, like a bunch of zone fighters, right? Even though it was only 3, it still felt like a lot at the time. So nowadays though, we're among a crew that's literally like all zones. So CP0 also having beast fruits, it's a little off, but that's an interesting idea. Wow, Such Gaming says Croc did a crew before and after Baroque. Yeah, but it's like we don't know, so how do we like rank the crew? Yeah, okay. I guess I'll do it with Baroque Works. I'll do Baroque Works. Sabo Arc. No, I'm not gonna. No, Baroque Works is not a real crew. I'm not doing him. So Crocodile has one member of his crew, and that's Das Bones, but that gets him C. That's how we're doing it. Because at that point, anything counts, right? Then we're counting CP9. No, it has to be a crew. They sail together. They're a squad. Baroque Works, in fact, the whole point of Baroque Works was that they're a shadow organization where they don't know each other, right? There's no trust, there's no bonds, no companionship. Obviously, you have the pairings, right? But the whole point of that crew was to provide stark contrast to the Straw Hats, who won because of the strength of their bonds, right? That was an idea heavily played up throughout that arc. Like, the most stressed thing about Baroque Works was how little the organization actually knew or cared about each other. Like, none of them even knew who the fuck Crocodile was until like the day before the rebellion. So they're not a crew. Crocodile doesn't have a crew. So we're gonna stick to thematically what the story tells us. So he just has Das Bones. He just has Mr. One, but that Mr. One's pretty badass, so that puts him in C. Sabo Archipelago says Luffy will slam dunk Kaido and Onigashima into Law's new Big Mom hole. So they win right there. I don't think that hole is big enough to place all of Onigashima, and also that's like a very, very strange victory because it has no sort of like one, how does everybody survive? 2, like visually and symbolically it has no real meaning. Like it's like Onigashima gets pushed into a hole. Like that's not like a One Piece fight win. Joshua N says, who's your main in Melee, and what is your favorite panel in One Piece besides the Mafia one? The Mafia one is not my favorite panel in One Piece, but it is easily the coolest depiction of any crew in One Piece. In Melee, I main Fox, so really original, huh? But what can I say? I just like Fox because you can... I feel like with Fox, you don't have to play a certain way. Not that you have to with other characters, but like Fox, you have the option to be as offensive or defensive as you want, and you can alternate or you can pit, like you can do whatever you want with that character. Obviously, that makes him a really, really good character. But like, I feel like with Marth, you can't play as offensively, right? You can, but it's not truly the character's strength. Or like in general, like different characters like cater towards different styles. Fox, you can play however you want, in my opinion. Christian Dynamo says, "Hey Morch, I agree with your Luffy taking down Big Mom take, but don't you think Kid should take down Kaido after everything Kaido has done to him and Killer?" No, because Luffy beating Kaido has been, again, it's not purely about like, well, who wants it more, right? It's who's framed in the narrative more for this to be really important for them, right? So as much as it is important for Kid to fight Kaido, and I would love to see Kid get another shot at Kaido, right? At the end of the day, Luffy's story is way. We have way more buildup around Luffy versus Kaido than Kid versus Kaido, right? And the fact that we got that scene set up of like who's gonna get to take out Kaido between Luffy and Kid, we got that conflicting goal set up, basically that competitive goal set up for them basically back in Udon, tells me that I would love to see Kid try to take on Kaido and fail, and then Luffy take on Kaido and win. So it's not as though like just because a character wants X, that means that they will get X, but that does need to be paid off in some way in the story, right? So Kid just foregoing Kaido and not caring about Kaido anymore is kind of odd. Evil says, Falco is my main, Marth is my secondary, Fox is too difficult for me, LMAO. Fox is not that, like, I'm not a very technical Fox. I'm really not, because I can't, like, I don't multi-shine, I don't even shine out of shield and stuff like that. Like, you don't have to do that much with Fox, basically, but, like, I think if you can play Falco, you can play Fox. I personally, it's tricky. It's tricky. Calvin Nguyen says, do you play Smash Ultimate? Casually a bit. Just because, like, other people play Smash Ultimate, you know what I mean? So, like, you are really out of the loop if you just play Melee, basically. Did chat freeze for everyone or just me, says on a jogger roll? I don't know. All right, these guys. So, as a joke, you guys are going to vote them up here. But I think realistically, they're the least cool pirate crew, so I'm going to put them down there. Don Quixote Pirates. Shoot, what's happening with my poll? Why can't I make a poll? What is this? Lost Crew is great. They have Beppo, says Maracat. I am going to tell you right now, Lost Crew is going straight in D. Straight in D. These guys are actual ass. And you guys can say that that's like my law bias or something like that, but no. If we were talking about coolest One Piece characters in general, even though I'm not personally a fan of Law, I would put Law in S. If you're talking about like coolest One Piece characters in general. If we're talking about Law's crew, like the Heart Pirates as a whole, that's a straight D. It's no question. All right, Doflamingo Pirates. Don Quixote family. Don Quixote Pirates, Don Quixote family, you know what it is. S, A, B, C. I mean, I don't think I'm biased here. I think like Hawkins, like I see somebody saying like Hawkins, I think Hawkins is a really cool character, honestly, but his crew's a D. No question. I see A edging it out. All right, A it is. I think that's very fair. We'll move Buggy along. Mihawk. Okay, so Mihawk's tricky because in theory, Mihawk, his whole crew, 100% of his crew is fucking cool as shit. But at the same time, for being honest, it's here, right? Whitebeard Pirates. Let me see how people feel about cool. Are the Whitebeard Pirates cool? I like the Whitebeard Pirates. I love the Whitebeard Pirates. I think the Whitebeard Pirates are a great crew, provided for the main force and arguably the best arc in One Piece. Bardier says, Morge, I don't think I'm biased. Bege and S. You don't need to be biased to put Bege and S. That's just the logical choice. That's just pure. Where else would you put him? You could put like, I guess, you could put like S plus and put Bege there, but I think that's a bit much. So I'm just going to keep him here. I think that's easier. Whitebeard Pirates S? Makes sense. Makes sense. I don't think of them as like a cool, I don't know. Depends what you mean by cool, right? Depends what you mean by cool. Why is this? What is this? Kid's crew, Kid Pirates. Let's see how you guys feel about this. Because all I'll add is that as much as people might not feel impressed with Kid, I think Killer impressed quite a bit. I think Killer was surprisingly impressed. Like, I think a lot of people kind of wrote off Killer once they found out. I think a lot of people didn't have high expectations for Killer in the first place, just because, his fighting style way back when, right? Like, from what we saw in Subodie, fighting style, it seemed somewhat limited. It's like, okay, he uses these sort of like small blade knife things, kind of curved, sickle type weapons. And then we found out that he had lost to Zoro without Zoro really like trying that hard. But then I think Killer on the roof and then bonus taking out another Supernova really impressed. Like Killer on the roof, he did damage to Kaido before Zoro did, which is pretty shocking. B, I think that's fair. I think that's definitely fair. Fisher Tiger's crew. Again, weird. I'm just going to go ahead and put them in B. Like, I don't think they're particularly cool. But they're definitely, like, a cut above these guys. You know? I mean, the crew, like, you had Jinbei on the crew. You had Arlong on the crew, which is pretty cool in itself. But I don't think it's up here. I'm going to put it here. Although our A tier is kind of a joke as it is, because Buggy's crew is here, and Buggy. So A tier is really just this. Foxy Pirate. Oh, the Foxy Pirates. The Foxy Pirates are one of the crews that are actually the most. I don't know if they're memorable. I don't think Foxy's crew had like individually memorable members. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of like you see him, you recognize him. It's like Hamburg, Porsche. You know, like the Groggy Monster. Like, they didn't have like truly memorable members like that. But the Foxy Pirate crew as like a whole, it's just such a hill. It's just this whole three rig circus. It's just a giant clown show roaming the seas with like this giant ship everywhere they land. They set up like this whole carnival with like vendors and like shops and a stage and all this stuff. It's like why do you do all this just for your own Davy back fights? Foxy's crews. Oh no, that's come on. I'm gonna pull a little weight here. We're bumping him up. This is an easy B. Come on, Foxy's crew. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Evil says, "Who's the very first character that comes to mind for worst smelling breath in One Piece?" It's got to be Magellan, right? Because Magellan, one, he has diarrhea all day. I guess that doesn't really breath though. So. No, Magellan, I think just breathing in people's directions, from what I remember, was fucking people up. So it's hard to say. Wow, Such Gaming agrees. Foxy is solid as fuck. Yeah, I think Foxy's perfect right here. Honestly, as an argument for here, but people would get really mad at me and accuse me of all sorts of things. Miriam, the best subscriber. Long time no see. Hello, Mr. Morge. It's been a while. I agree. But I come with good news. I finally bought my first house. Oh, that's crazy. Congratulations. And moving in this weekend. Glad to see you doing good, too. Congrats, Miriam. Buying a house is honestly something that, like, I guess do it if you can, because it's only going to get harder and harder as time goes on, right? Because the way things are swinging, I think that the cost of, as I understand it, the cost of buying a house and what a bank is willing to loan you, it's getting worse and worse. So, I don't know. I think Miriam made a right call getting the jump on that. Moria's crew. Mortem Gaming says, "Why is Foxy B?" I mean, because if I put him in A, then you guys will get mad. So he's got to be in B, unfortunately. Moria's crew. Chinho Wong, good point. Wapol eats anything, sure smells. That's kind of true in theory, but think about it like this. So Wapol doesn't eat a lot of like food, right? Like if you eat like a burger or pizza versus just eating some like if you ate my phone, that's not gonna smell bad. Like these things don't have smells, right? If you ate like this glass, it's just glass, right? So actually, Wapol probably doesn't have bad smelling breath because he doesn't eat food. It's eating organic food that makes it like your breath smell bad, like actual food. You know what I mean? Thomas Gadd says, Morge, hot take. Usopp versus Chu is a top 10 fight. I don't know about that, but I think Usopp versus Chu is actually a really good fight. I think Usopp very rarely has bad fights. I think when Usopp gets a full fight, it's usually very good. Grizzly Adams says, Evil is here. Shout out to his Blackbeard Kraken Devil Fruit theory. Yes. Guys, go watch that. Shout outs to... Don't watch it right now. Nobody go watch it right now. Watch it after the stream. Everybody stay here. But if you have time after the stream... Seriously, he's got a really... Watch it whenever you like. He's got a really, really good theory. It has me 100% convinced. Blackbeard Kraken theory. Okay, I want you all to do this. Open it up in a separate tab. All right? But... You have to have patience. You have to wait till this stream is over, and then you can watch it, okay? I know most of you guys don't sleep till very late, so it shouldn't be a problem for you. Keenan, what's up? Santorio. Thanks, Keenan. I appreciate it. Keenan just says Santorio. Yonturi. Yonturyu. The ultimate insult. Luffy, the scene after they leave... you know what's funny? I was going back and reading some chapters, which was like... I like the chapters in between once they've just had a big victory and then they're sailing to the next island because they're like, you know, they've just had a big win. They're all having fun. They're very relaxed. It's just the crew chilling or whatever. You know, like any slobby sailing to Thriller Bark, that sort of thing. So I was going back to, or like, you know, Arlong Park sailing to Loketown. And I was going back and I was reading, there's one exception to this, which is when they're leaving Alabasta and heading towards, well, they don't know it yet, but Jaya, right? But they're leaving Alabasta, right? So I go there, and I'm reminded that actually the chapters of the crew after Alabasta were not the usual, you know, crew having fun, chilling, messing around. It was just sad. They're all just sad about Vivi. And we did get some comedy there with, like, Zoro just saying, like, bring her back, and Luffy being like, Yontoryu, and those insults. But still, it was a surprisingly depressing little intermission segment compared to what we usually get. Where were we at? Generic YouTube username. Mr. Morge, Fisher Tiger Crew is S+. Freed slaves, Captain died against Kizaru, freed Hancock sisters and Koala, and included and set up retroactively Jinbei and Arlong and Hachi's redemption with Nami. That is true. That is true. But I don't know if that's what I mean by coolest. You know? That's like, it's very big-hearted. But have you seen the suits that Capone Bege's crew wears? Have you seen this cigar that Capone Bege has? I just don't know if you've got the right idea. But all excellent points. Keenan says Chinho Wong says Morge Turyu. The strongest sword style, undeniably. Warriors crew. That was where we were at, right? Did we vote on it? Did we end the poll? Did I run this poll? What did Moria's crew end up in? Did I run this poll? Yes? Foxy, no. All right, we're on Moria's crew. Let's do it. Moria Pirates. I think this one's hard. Because, like, I feel like no one's going to put him in S, right? Who's putting him in S? No one's putting him in S. Generic YouTube username says, Tiger Crew had 6 sun tattoos and beach shirts. That's true, but those sun tattoos... No, they did have These are some good points. I will move... For what it's worth, I'll move them to the front of B tier. How about that? I'll do a vote on the fish. I'll do a vote on the Sun Pirates. No, but then you guys will do it wrong because they're not an A tier crew. They're not an A tier crew. They're not that cool. 30. Okay, let's put them in B. But maybe they're cooler than these. No, because Moria's crew had a cool vibe. The whole, like, you know, the Halloween Town vibe. Like, Moria's crew had a cool vibe. You know, these guys, I don't think they... Like, kids got this whole punk rock thing going on. Steampunk, like... Not steampunk, but, you know, punk rock type thing going on. Bo Hancock, Kuja Pirates, you know, the Amazons. They're a cool, fun circus type thing. These guys are the real circus. You know, the fish... No, they don't belong in it. They don't belong in it. Wait, what the hell? Something ended up in C? I thought you guys voted B. Oh, C1. Oh, okay. Yeah, but it was. I'll keep it in B because more people voted A than D. You know, if you see the way the votes split out, it makes more sense. Random says Perona best girl put Moria in A. Yeah, Perona's a cool character. These giant pirates, I'm gonna put them in C. I don't think they're cool. Roger pirates. Roger, come on. It's the Roger pirates. It had when you have Shanks as your fucking cabin boy, right? This is an easy S. It's these guys are tricky because it's just like if we were looking at it, you know, in a total vacuum, then sure, maybe they rank a little higher because they do got a lot of different. No, it's just whatever. It's just whatever. The fodder pirate crew, beast pirates. How do we feel about the beast pirates? How do we feel about the beast pirates? Whoops, bad at the alphabet. Yeah, Roger pirates, easy S, no questions. The new giant pirates, we haven't even met them. I mean, we saw them in a cover story, but like that's it. Yeah, they had Buggy as a cabin boy, easy S plus plus, SSS plus. Yep. Okay, I would agree. I think the Beast Pirates belong in S. Krieg, I'm putting here. That's a me call. I think Kuro Pirates also belong here. Kuro Pirates were cool. Do I have the Foxy Pirates too high? That's what I'm thinking about now. No. Reflected, thought about it, no. Foxy Pirates are where they belong. All right. Blackbeard Pirates. Gotta end this one though, right? Oh wait, the Beast Pirates. Oh, the Beast Pirates almost did not make S. Interesting. Beast Pirates almost did not make S, but they just about scraped it. All right. I hit end poll, so let's see if the final results. Yeah, final results still show 352. All right, Blackbeard Pirates. I have a feeling that this one, I think I know how this one plays out. Generic YouTube username says, yeah, we covered this. Moria doesn't have a crew like Croc. Tiger Pirates were cool hybrid designs, A tier. No, Moria had a crew though. He had a crew. Moria had a crew. Like zombies count as a crew. Because Moria considered them a crew, right? Moria considered them a crew. That's what matters, I think, a little bit more. And like even out of the crew he did have Perona, Absalom, Hogback. I'm gonna keep it here. Because look, like you got Samurai Ryuma, you've got Or, like that's some cool stuff. Blackbeard Pirates also almost not making it to S. These are tighter polls than I imagined for some of these crews. Like by this logic, like but they did make it in the end. I feel like we almost need another tier for S plus. Easy. Rocks. I lied. Rocks might have the coolest crew of all time. Like I like the Straw Hat Pirates. But Rocks Rocks' crew almost deserves its own tier. Like this guy, this woman, this guy, and this guy all worked for this guy. The Rocks Pirates, I mean, the way that they're spoken of, like it's. I almost want to do another tier. The Rocks Pirates are the coolest crew. Because, like, look, it's like a little ridiculous. Because you guys have Capone Bege in the same tier as Rocks in terms of coolest crews. And, like, I like Capone Bege as much as you guys, but I think we can all agree he probably doesn't belong in the same tier as Rocks. It's a little tricky. It's a little bit tricky. Yeah, and he had people, like, he had Shaggy. He had Weevil. Or no, not Bakin or whatever. But like, undisputed coolest crew of all time, right? It's like not even close. Red-haired pirates. How do you guys feel about the red-haired pirates? Like, Rox's crew is basically a fan fiction crew, right? If before we heard about Rox's crew, like go back 200 chapters, right? Around chapter like 800 something, maybe like, I don't know, say like 890, before we get to like the reveal about there being a Rox crew and stuff like that, right? Like if before that, like let's say chapter 900, we heard about like a crew, like wow, what if you had Kaido and Whitebeard and Big Mom and Shiki, and Shaki, and Captain John, him too. Like, what if we just had all like every big name old pirate? What if they're all in the same crew? It's like, well, that's something like a shitty One Piece fan fiction writer would write. Like someone making up some history to the One Piece lore, just being like, like imagine this crew where they just had all like, it just didn't even make sense at the time to think about it. It's like, what, Kaido and Whitebeard and Big Mom were on the same crew, and then like what? And like Shiki was in there too, and Captain John, this guy was real. What the fuck? Oh, and Shaki was in this crew. Bakin, the mother of fake Whitebeard son. Like, what the fuck? This is basically like a fan fiction crew. Like, it didn't make, like, if you were a fan fiction writer and you wrote something like this for One Piece, people would laugh at you for being like, wow, that's so fucking stupid and ridiculous. But it's actually in the story, which is nuts. Coolest crew of all time, unquestioned. I don't know why I'm still talking about Rox's crew, but it's just like, I literally forgot about it when I was thinking. I was like, yeah, coolest crew in One Piece, obviously the Straw Hats. Maybe some people say like the red-haired pirates. Some people say like Roger Pirates. I literally forgot about Rox's crew before I started making this tier list. Generic YouTube username says, I'll see you, won't concede, and I accept, but mainly because I'm spending too much money. Big fan of your channel. I watch it a lot on my alt. Hashtag raid will fail. On my alt. Wait, why on your alt? Watch it on your real thing, but thanks, I appreciate it. Hey, I have been known to swing things over when I get donated enough money over time, but don't worry about it. I think things are fine where they are right now. What do we got next? Uruj? I mean, he doesn't really have a crew, right? Wapple. Wapple's crew, even though he has multiple henchmen, I think that they're pretty lame. I'm going to put him here. X-Drake. Yeah, now we're just getting to people that don't really have anything. Shiki, I didn't watch the movie. Okay, we rounded it out. All right, now time for the bat. How's our A tier so small? How's the A? This is what I'm... You guys are so bad at tier lists, it's insane. How? Only 2 crews in A tier? This is absurd. This is absurd. Oh, Thomas, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. If you tweeted it at me, then I'll see it after the stream. Yeah, this is absurd. I think what we can do is we can lower some people out, right? So I think we keep Rox here. I think we keep Luffy here. Who do we drop? All right. We do it like this. Who do we drop to A tier? And Agrawal says donating to the Fisher Tiger Fund. All right, fine. Because I'm literally talking about how we don't have enough people in A tier, and I'm also refusing to bump up Fisher Tiger despite how many requests we get. I want to vote on best crew after this, but first I want to drop some people to A tier. So we're going to drop some people to A tier, and then we're going to vote on best crew. I will bump Fisher Tiger's crew up because we got enough. Stop. No, Bege is not. I'm not even putting him on the poll. All right, he's not being dropped to A tier. This is ridiculous. All right, like some people are untouchable. These 3 are untouchable. I think Roger Pirates we can add into untouchable. I think Big Mom Pirates we can add to untouchable. All right, yeah. So we got our 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, listen. 2 of these between Whitebeard, Beast Pirates, Blackbeard Pirates, and Red-haired Pirates. 2 of these are going to be dropped to A tier. Why? We just need more people in A tier. Otherwise, it's a bad tier list. All right? No, I'm not dropping Bege. That's not happening. Yamil Diaz says Kuja Pirates for A tier, coolest female crew. Okay, but then guess what happens? Now we don't have enough people for B tier. So what, you want me to drop? No, come on, we don't. The way a tier list should look is that every tier's existence should be justifiable, right? The fact that we have so many in D, I think that's fine because all of these guys are basically like one and done characters, right? Like they don't have anybody else, right? Okay, fine. We can drop Bege. But comes with a stipulation. If we drop Bege, then Fisher Tiger goes back in A. All right? If we drop Bege, then Fisher Tiger goes back in A. All right? Drop Bege and Fisher. Oh, sorry. Fisher Tiger goes back to B. Fisher Tiger goes back to B. All right? Drop Bege and Fisher Tiger to A and Fisher Tiger to B. And pretty simple, yes. No. Come on, guys. Look, Fisher, I want you guys to think about this. Fisher Tiger, he's got a really cool crew. All right? He's got fish, and they've got tattoos. And did we talk about the Hawaiian shirts? Gotta love those Hawaiian shirts. I think it would be a tragedy to see Fisher Tiger drop down to B. Honestly, I think it would be borderline racist. He is our only Fishman representation up here. I think it would be borderline racist if you guys voted Fisher. 64%, that's not that strong. I think in the House of Congress or something, you need like 66%. And it's going down at 62, 63. If we get it down to 49%, 49%, I'll do a Bollywood dance. Does it work? Get it down to 49. 49 gets you a Bollywood dance. God damn it. Someone change your votes. 62. You guys really hate Bege that much? Is this a joke? Is this for real? Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me do something. How do I stop this? Okay. I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to show you guys something that's going to change your mind completely. All right? They're good. Fuck. Am I going to be able to find it? If I can't even find it. I guess this is it. I don't know what it looks like in the anime. This is such a bad look. Man. Why can't people pull like good images? You know what? This is the best we got. It's the best we got. Or this? I know you guys can't see what I'm trying to find, but I'm trying to make it a surprise. But the surprise is being ruined by the shitty One Piece anime. I guess I pull a manga image. You know what? Found a good manga image. No! God damn it. You know what? This is good enough. You guys will get the idea. Alright? Feast your eyes on this. What is this? Look at this. Huh? Look at this. This is pretty cool. Between two pirates, an unprecedented operation is hatched. Look at this sort of setup. Look at everybody's in suits. This is the manga version, which is obviously better. Side note, how fucking shitty is the anime compared to the manga? It's night and day. All they have to do is like a still shot and it looks like this. But anyway, look at this. What is this? Whose crew is as cool as this? Even Caesar. Look at Caesar. What is this? Come on. Even Caesar is looking badass. Everybody's ripped out. Everybody's looking good. Even Luffy's looking stylish. Why is he looking stylish? Courtesy of Capone Bege. Alright? Maybe many of you guys saw the shitty fucking anime, so you're less impressed with Bege's crew. But Bege's crew is indisputably got the most style, the most drip, the most swag. I can't believe I'm saying these corny, cringy words. Out of any pirate crew. Undeniably. You know what? I'm not, despite this poll, I've convinced myself. Not only am I not dropping Beige, I'm dropping Fisher Tiger back down. That is how much I convinced myself. So I'll do half of what you guys wanted. You want a Fisher Tiger to be? I'll meet you halfway. We can do that. I'm not dropping Beige to A. Not dropping Beige to A. S tier image still A tier crew? No, that's not logical. If it's an S tier image, that image represents Beige. That image represents Beige and his people. That's him and his crew. That's their essence. All right, fine. We're back to this. We're gonna figure out who we want to drop out of this, right? Because we got to beef up S tier, A tier a little bit more. This is compromise. This is a half of what you guys wanted Fisher Tiger and B, right? This is what you guys wanted. Jeez. How can we make any progress if we can't compromise? Chris Auraha says realistically it should be Beige S, agreed. Kaido, Kuja, Fisher Tiger A, Barto B. I mean, I agree with your first sentence. Kaido, Kuja, Fisher Tiger. Yeah. Let's just see what we're gonna drop from here. Whitebeard Pirates. I think Big Mom. Whoops. Who do we drop? Who do we drop? And the two with the least votes are gonna get dropped. Whitebeard Pirates. Beast Pirates. Blackbeard Pirates. And the red-haired pirates. All right. Oh no, did I break it? Fuck. Page unresponsive. We wait. Exiting out has never worked. All right, we did it. Did I do it? The part here says Super Chat Part 1 out of 2 from generic YouTube username. Chat, make me proud. Fisher Tiger, best crew of them all. Yeah, I mean, like, they voted him down. So I'm sorry to break it to you. But your pleas fell on deaf ears. Whoops. Scroll up. Super Chat Part 2 from generic YouTube username. Hashtag Jinbei, hashtag Arlong, hashtag Koala, hashtag Hancock, hashtag Freed the Slaves, hashtag Poseidon, hashtag Elephant Gatling Gun, yeah. Hashtag Noah, hashtag Orihime, all had thematic weight because of Tiger's death. I agree. Generic YouTube username, you have convinced me, but you did not convince them. They voted him down by a margin of about 60%. There's nothing I could do about it. It's unfortunate, but fuck. It's just the way it worked out. I agree with you, though. I think you've convinced me. I would put him up. I would put him in A if I could. It's just not the way the dice rolled out. Beast Parts and Blackbeard Parts are voted down. Interesting. But these, they're in the same crew as Buggy, same tier as Buggy's crew. This is the worst tier list you guys have ever done. This whole thing is wrong. This doesn't feel right. The Blackbeard Parts, no, come on. This doesn't feel right. This is by far the worst tier list you guys have ever done. What are you guys thinking? None of this makes any sense. Buggy's crew should not be in the same tier as the Beast Pirates. Even Doflamingo's crew should not be in the same tier as the Beast Pirates. Doflamingo's top guys were like Pika and Treble. Say what you want about King and Queen, but like, they're not Pika and Treble and like Diamante. Although Doflamingo had Virgo. And relative to his time and like how strong he actually was, because like in the grand scheme of things, Virgo's not a big deal, right? But the amount of presence Oda built up for Virgo during Punk Hazard, like Virgo felt like a fucking badass, like, you know, agent of Doflamingo's that is just like there was a bit where like many thought that he was the strongest guy on the island, right? Because at the time we didn't know that Law could beat him up. This was like before the ending, right? We had no idea how Luffy stacked up next to him. Virgo felt really intimidating and pretty badass during Punk Hazard. And he was just showcasing Haki so casually, and Haki was relatively new to us, so it seemed pretty dope that Virgo could do that stuff. So, until, of course, Law basically one-shotted him, and then a lot of the Virgo hype died, but for a long time. Yeah, this doesn't see... You guys have messed this all up terribly. Let's see if we can bring it home with, like, a nice vote for the best Best pirate crew out there. Yeah, Monet and Virgo. Yeah, actually, Doflamingo's crew actually peaked in Punk Hazard. And then once we got there, I'm seeing a lot of slander and a lot of propaganda and lies being perpetrated in this chat, being spread throughout this chat. Morge pulled an Arlong? What does that even mean? I didn't enslave a village. All I did was try and listen to the votes of the people. Scammer Morge, we voted to move down Beige. Yeah, well, it was the compromise. You guys are forgetting the compromise. We landed on a compromise where I gave you half of what you wanted. You wanted Fisher Tiger down. I kept Beige up there. Jesse Robertson has a great question. What's the rubric here? Are we really judging by style? Let me show you something. Does this answer your question? Done. All right. Anuj Agarwal says, I'm the reason this tier list is ass. Oh, yeah? Well, then, why am I the only one who cares about trying to fix it and balance out the tiers? I'm sorry, I'm saying this as I'm considering just dropping Buggy like 4 spots to make it my version of the tier list, the perfect tier list. Because at this point, I feel like I'm the only one that cares about the integrity of this tier list. All right, let's try to, bring it home cleanly. All right, let's try and actually honestly pick out the best crew out of this. All right, I'm going to leave Beige out of the vote because I know you guys are spiteful people who will not vote for Beige. Just not because he doesn't deserve it, but because that's just the way that you guys act, which is very immature. Zuhanda Knight says, you are so bogus, Moore. God damn it. That Beige image is only as cool as it is because of the Straw Hat's presence. Put Fisher Tiger back in A. So keep in mind, though, that means that just by being in the presence of Beige's crew, it rubs off on the rest of them, right? So that's pretty impressive in its own right? You know that it's pretty, this is a cool squad when, just interacting with them basically ups your kind of standing as well. You know what I mean? So I think that's actually supporting the point. Why do the Straw Hats look so cool here? Huh? What, you see, is Pedro normally wearing this? No? Sanji, I guess he was wearing, but he was forced to wear some fancy shit by his family, right? That doesn't count. But Luffy, has Luffy ever looked this cool in the series? No. Nami, the dress speaks for itself. I think there's no more arguments I need to make here. All right, let's vote on the best crew. You're such a mork, says JP. Super chat from Yamil Diaz. Switch Doflamingo with Boa. What? That's just... No, Doflamingo... The Kuja pirates are not as cool as the Beast pirates. That's ridiculous. Yvonne back from the card shop says, can you even name a crew member besides his wife? Yeah, Goatee. There we go. And Pez. And that's enough. I only had to name one. He really missed the super chat. Haha. Wait, what super chat? No, I got it. All right, let's do it. Hashtag climb the red line. The whole crew didn't climb the red line. You think the whole crew climbed the red line? No, one of them climbed the red line. You know who else climbs the red line regularly? The Germa 66. I don't think they're that cool. Actually, they kind of are, but that's because of their Power Ranger suits, not because they climbed the red line. The whole crew didn't climb the red line. Morge really, from Caleb Owens, Morge really changing the voting results. Hashtag rigged. This is the difference between those who great power comes great responsibility, right? With great power comes great responsibility. We all know that, right? You guys could not fathom or comprehend the type of decisions that I have to make when making these tier lists, okay? Because I've got some people saying this and then some people saying that, and the percentages of votes, and it just becomes very, very complicated and conditional, and it's like, oh, well, if Beige gets dropped, then Fisher Tiger gets dropped, and you guys put me in all sorts of predicaments. And I have to make hard decisions, damn it. I'm the one that steers this ship, all right? Forget all of these crews. I'm the one steering the greater ship, the greater crew that is this stream, all right? If I was in this tier list, I would be an S as well. And you guys wouldn't vote for me because you guys are spiteful, but that's okay. I would forgive that as usual. Generic YouTube username says, show a picture of the super cool dude bro commandos the Sun Pirates were for comparison. Hashtag best crew, hashtag vote tiger, hashtag freed the slaves, hashtag breach Marijoa. All right, you know what? For you, I'll do you a favor. I'll do you a favor. All right. We're going to do a fair comparison here. All right. So this is what I found for the Fishman Pirates. So keep in mind what I found for Capone Bege, right? And this is basically what I found for the Fishman Pirates. The Sun Pirates, if you will. And in my opinion, these guys aren't that cool. So from my perspective, I'm almost inclined to drop them a tier or two lower. But because I want to be fair and sympathetic to those who are, Fishman fans, despite what is this? You guys want to move this to A tier? What is this guy? This guy doesn't even know what's he looking at. Doesn't even know why he's here. This person's pretty cool. Look at how happy this guy is, or angry. I can't tell, but he's excited about something, or sad. I don't know. I just don't know. But yeah, this is just not. It's not A tier material. No matter how you spin it, this is not it. I think that we got it right with B tier. I think that we don't need to worry about these guys too much anymore. So I'm gonna let this go. Let that be a lesson to all. All I did was search up Fishman, and that's what I found. That's not a lie. You guys can do that search yourself. Miss Super Chat says from Anuj Agarwal, you literally moved Tiger down and kept Beige. What the fuck? Yeah, it's a compromise, Anuj. It's a compromise. It's a compromise. All right, that's what great leaders have to do. They find ways to compromise. Real Rayman says Mihawk versus Law's entire crew plus Law. Who wins? That's just Law's crew would be a handicap in my opinion, because then Law has to actually worry about them and protecting them. Teeping Tom says Morge right now. Heavy. Flashback to the panel after Luffy beat Usopp. And he's like, heavy. And Zoro's like, that's it. That's what a captain's burden is. And that's true. You guys could never understand. From your guys' perspective, I'm trying to tear everything apart. In reality, I'm trying to keep us all together. Keep everyone happy. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Or what's this in captain terms? Heavy is the head that wears the hat. Being a captain is hard. All right, Real Rayman, covered you. Miss Super Chat, nope, covered Anuj. Anuj is just spewing blasphemy. Super Chat, Phantom Greyfire keeps calling you Mr. Mork. Super Chat from Thomas Kaz, put Blackbeard and Kaido back to S. Whitebeard and A, Arlong and B. That's a whole rearrangement of, this isn't even one request, that's like 4 requests in one. I'm doing none of those. From the Pirate Hero, Morge tanking the stream for the Fire Tank Pirates. I love the dedication. Beige for A, LMAO. No, Beige is not. Let's get to the best crew voting. All right, we're getting way off track here. We're getting way off track. Do a strongest captain tier list? No, that's just the strongest One Piece characters tier list. That's totally different. Totally different. All right. Super chat from Apollina Top Hat. Shoot, these are flying by. Thank you guys, in all seriousness, for catching me up in these supers, because in my efforts to make a perfect tier list, I'm missing a few of these. Thanks a lot. Super chat from Ivan back from the card shop. Bro, the fuck is Pez? How do you remember this, LMAO? Pez is his son's name, right? Pez is his son's name. Apollina Top Hat says only 4 people in the panel are actually in that crew. You pushing it means that the Beige cover story is automatically your favorite. You like Pound alive? No, that's not. Pound is not part of the Beige crew, all right? If Pound is part of the crew, the whole thing, I would drop it straight to D. But luckily, we don't accept Pound as part of the crew. And no, just because I think Bege has the coolest crew does not mean I think he has the coolest cover story. Two separate conversations. Yvonne back from the card shop says, also it's pronounced Yvonne, Mr. Mork. Thank Ivan, Mr. Mork. Thanks, Ivan. I will make sure to continue to pronounce your name correctly as Ivan, while you continue to refer to me as Mr. Mork. No problem. No worries there. Ivan back from the card shop. Nope, we covered you with Pez. All right. Let's get down to generic YouTube username. You just don't go away, do you? Include the Sun Pirates, to be fair. These are the Sun Pirates. This is the Sun Pirates. These are the Sun Pirates. Am I missing anything else? I think we're all caught up. We're all caught up. All right. We're going to vote on the best crew. All right. I'm going to do between these four first. So Roger, Big Mom, Whitebeard, and Shanks. And then after that, Steven Bracano says best captain tier list as in leadership. I like that, actually. That's a good idea. I think we're not going to do that for this stream just because I do want to eat dinner. I don't want to typing Roger, but that's a really good idea. Best captains tier list. It's a good idea. Best crew. All right, so we're going to do 4 options first, then we're going to whittle them down. We're going to add in Straw Hats and... Okay, so let's say this. The 2 winners from this get added to the poll with... Rocks Pirates and Straw Hat Pirates. Should add Pirates to the end of this. Yeah, we're at the best crew poll. Don't worry about it. All right. Yamil Diaz said best pirate ship. So fun fact, this was actually going to be a best pirate ship tier list. Today I was tossing around between best pirate ship tier list, best flag, and then best crew. And honestly, best crew is just the most compelling out of those, right? Seems like Roger Pirates and Big Mom Pirates are moving on. Honestly, I think Roger Pirates won it so handily. This is interesting to me. So the red-haired... No, it makes sense. Whitebeard Pirates, I remember, barely got into S. Whereas red-haired Pirates, I think it was overwhelming. So I thought I expected red-haired Pirates to do better here, but, it is what it is. All right, I'm just going to move on to Roger Pirates because it was so overwhelming. Whoops. It's already actually set up pretty well. All right. And now here, moment of truth. All right? We got Rocks Pirates, Straw Hat Pirates, and the Roger Pirates. No bad options here, in my opinion. No bad options. Let's see. Best crew in all of One Piece. Ivan back from the card shop says Beast Pirates S tier chat's opinion trash. Yeah, this chat is nuts. They've made nothing but bad decisions all day. I've been trying to keep us on course. Wait, let's add pirates to the end of these. Straw Hat Pirates. And the Roger Pirates. This is going to be very interesting. I'll tell you guys my pick out at the end of this. I think no bad option. I do think that the Roger Pirates, I would not pick them. I think Rocks or Straw Hats, those stand out more to me as the strongest picks. Yeah, and Reflect. The Roger Pirates are cool, but then if you like the Roger Pirates, you would just vote for the Straw Hat Pirates because it's a new version of them. Rocks was its own thing. Yeah, end of the day, what can I say? I'm gonna go with the Straw Hat Pirates as the coolest, but the Rocks Pirates are on paper the coolest pirate crew. You know what I mean? Straw Hat Pirates, they're the coolest crew in that I know what they'll become by the end of the day, And obviously the emotional attachment, it's not really fair. But the Rocks pirate crew on paper, it's just so absurd. Again, it's like a fan fiction type crew. It just makes no sense that this actually exists in the story of One Piece. It's so cool. The pirate here says, great entertainment. This was your WOAT tier guy and GOAT dictator. Worst of all time tier guy and GOAT dictator performance LMAO. I had a lot of fun this stream as well. I think we got no super chats left to catch up on. I like where we ended up. So Straw Hat Pirates are the coolest, then this, then this, then this, then this, then this. I think this was how the final lineup shook out. Tyrant blames Electorate, says Lemur People. Never considered their opinions in the first place, though. Half of this tier list, I'd say 90% of, let's be realistic, 85% of this tier list is your guys' opinions. Look who won. Luffy won. Straw Pirates won. It also happens to be my pick, but, you know, who's the winner? Straw Pirates. Real Rayman says, who wins? Mihawk versus Kid and Law. I think Mihawk would win, in my opinion. Just, it depends. Okay, because we never saw Kid use, like, I think Mihawk would win, just because I think Mihawk is comparable to Big Mom, in my opinion. Whether you think stronger, weaker, whatever, I think comparable. And at the end of the day, Kid and Law didn't beat Big Mom, right? Like, in a straight-up fight, they couldn't beat Big Mom. Instead, they, like, had ways that, like, it was purely, I guess, the nature of the circumstances, right? So they're in a flying island with lots of explosives and stuff like that, and there's a big hole at the, like, there's lots of things had to come together. At the end of the day, their strongest attacks couldn't put down Big Mom. Although I think that Mihawk doesn't have her durability, so it's not the same. But at the same time, I just feel like against those two, maybe I'm giving Mihawk too much headcanon credit, but in my mind, like, Mihawk as a character would not be caught off guard or caught by as many tricks as Kid and Law had to rely on to win their fight. You know what I mean? Whereas Big Mom, she's more of a straight up powerhouse. Not saying that she's weaker than Mihawk, but just like her fighting style and kind of like she's just this big raging monster practically, which is a little bit different. I mean, she's not just that. She has, like, obviously extremely versatile moveset and everything like that. But I guess the way she was portrayed in the fight, it felt more like Kid and Law fighting a big monster that had lots of, like, elemental moves and stuff like that. Versus I think Mihawk would be a bit more, you know, tactical and aware and just, like, I imagine he has very good observation hockey. He has Hawkeye Mihawk and stuff, but, like, you know. Apollina Top Hat says, when's the Mad Mork? Sorry, when's the cover story tier list Mad Mork? That's actually a really good idea. I totally forgot about that. There's so many good tier list ideas that I gotta make sure that we get to. So we like the best captains tier list, cover story tier list. I'll add those to the list. I swear I got a running list. Phantom Greyfire, this will be the last super chat from Carlos Echeverria says, hey Morge, what's your favorite non-anime series of all time? That's a great question. Non-anime series of all time. Non-anime series of all time. I'm going to say TV show that we're talking about, right? So I'm not going to say movies. Books, it would be like His Dark Materials. I really like that book series, even though it's, you know, I think I just like the concepts behind that series a lot, even though I read that when I was much younger. So maybe it doesn't hold up as much now, but I think that had a very high impact on me when I read it, at the age that I read it. Even more so than like other more, you know, like, you know, thicker, more in-depth fantasy series that I read after that. I think His Dark Materials, I think that concept and that story stuck with me the most. And then for television series, I guess Breaking Bad. Remix King, and this is the last super chat. After that, I'm going to leave and I'm going to order food. 2 things. Just a reminder from the promise you made at the beginning of the stream to put Frankie's crew in S. Fuck. Well, they don't show up here. They're not an option. So I can't break a promise if I'm not even presented with the option to uphold it. Did you watch the All-Star game last night? If so, any thoughts from the game? Curry. I thought the All-Star game last night was the best All-Star game I've ever seen. People are talking about the 2020 All-Star game and how that was even better or just as good. I'll be honest. For some reason, I watched this 2020 All-Star game. I literally don't remember the 2020 All-Star game. I don't remember it. So this is the best All-Star game I can remember. It was just nuts. I mean, Curry put on an amazing show, and LeBron with the game winner. And LeBron and Stephen Curry are my 2 favorite players. So you could not ask for a better game from me. I think that would, like, it was just absurd. Like, Stephen Curry's, why am I saying Stephen Curry? Who even says that? Curry's shooting, like, it was actually, like, had me, like, it sounds fake, but it's real. Like, I was actually laughing once he was hitting the teens with the number of, like, 13, 14, 15, 16. Like, it was just, like, how, like, I was becoming numb to it. I was like, holy shit, like, how, this is just absurd. This is so, like, how is he doing this? Like, if he had hit 13 threes, it would have been insane. If he had 14 threes, it would be insane. Like, he had 16. It makes no sense, right? And then LeBron with the game winner, you can't script that any better, right? And it really was a game winner just because, like, I feel like Team Durant would have probably hit a three or like got like I think they would have won the game if the Team LeBron had not won that possession, in my opinion. Even though they were down, but Team Durant was down, they needed 3 points. But I thought that was the best All-Star game I've ever seen. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say. And the way LeBron won it with like I don't know. Like, I still find it funny people argue that LeBron's not clutch. I think there's a difference between LeBron choosing not to take certain shots at the end of the game, which I would say he's not aggressive, or he like maybe shies away from things. But when it comes down to it, I definitely trust LeBron to make game-winning shots. All right,